First tip is the consistent outreach. And this one is very obvious, but not too many people are doing this. Not too many coaches are doing this. So the successful coach, they are not waiting for clients to find them or to look for them. And I hear this a lot with some clients that say, I'm going to get the website, I'm going to get my logo, I'm going to get my followers, and then I'm going to start getting clients, and clients are going to start coming to me. And then they see that they are not coming to them, and then they feel discouraged. So for you, are you making those connections with people? And I want to share with you three tips in regards to that consistent outreach. The first one is make 3 to 5 connections today. You don't have to make 100 or 20. Just make 3 to 5 connections each day where you message somebody that are in your niche, whether it's in health, whether it's in relationships, whether it's helping people make money, and then also contacting old contacts or leads that you already met, making sure that you're staying consistent with those connections on a daily basis. And if you are making, let's say, 3 to 5 connections a day, let's say 5 connections a day, that's 150 new contacts each month. And then if you multiply that by 12, that's about 1,800. I had to really think about that one. I think I got it right. But imagine if you're making about 1,800 contacts a year. Just imagine how much business you can get by just simply doing that. And then making sure that you're doing your follow-up each day, that you're putting it on the calendar, setting aside anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, an hour, and just checking in with people that you've spoken to that could be potential clients. I've had people where I reach out to them and then I just say hi and I just remind them that, hey, are you still interested in the coaching? And then they say, oh my God, thank you for reaching out. Yes, I am. And then we set up a call and then I close the deal. So are you following up with people? Are you getting discouraged by when people say to you, oh, not right now? And then you take it as a, oh, I guess that's it. It's really not a no, it's a not yet. But when we look at it as a no, we already closed the opportunity there because in our heads, we already think that they don't want to work with us. And when we think that they don't want to work with us, we're absolutely right because we already created a story that they don't want to work with us. So we're not even going to make the attempt to have these people work with us. So making sure that you're following up on a consistent basis. And then also asking for introduction. This one's one of my favorites is where I ask people if they could introduce me to their network, introduce me to their people that I could potentially help them. Just for example, yesterday I had somebody that I told them, hey, uh, do you mind connecting me with this person that you think that could use my services? Could you connect us via text? And then they did a warm introduction. We connected via text. I connected with them personally. We set up a consultation for next week, and that could be a potential client. Just something as simple as that. Reach out to the people you already know, people that are already in your circle, not necessarily to coach them, but to ask them if they know of anybody that could use your services. And if they do, then ask them if they could connect you via text message so that way you can connect with that person. And the cool thing about this is that when you have this person connect you to this other person, that other person already trusts you because they already trust this person. So now they trust you automatically because they trust this person is making good connections with a good person like yourself. And just remember that clients they come from conversations, and conversations happen when you reach out consistently. You got to be having conversations. If you're not having conversations, that's one of the reasons why you're not getting clients. And then the next tip I have for you is content, and content with intention, making sure that your content should help you build that trust, to help them get to know you, and also help them get to know that you can help them with what they are struggling with. So you can plan your post with purpose, and each post should either inspire them, educate them, or invite them to someone like you, like that they could potentially work with you. So if you're putting something that can inspire them, one simple tip on how they can improve their health, one simple tip on how they can have better relationships, one simple tip on how they can make more money, that will help them build that no trust like factor with you. And then because you're already giving them great tips, they're going to want to work with you because if they want to work with a coach, the first person they're going to think about is you because you already gave them value before you even work with them. And then also you can educate them with certain things that you want to share with them. And then also at the end, you could even invite them, hey, if you're having trouble with this challenge, I can help you with that. Just send me an invitation, send me a DM, and I'd be happy to connect with you, and I can help you with that. Something that simple. And then another thing is sharing your clients' wins or even your own wins. So let's say you don't have clients, you can talk about your own wins. I remember when I first got started that I didn't have any clients, I would talk about just some wins that I had in my life, and it was very helpful to people to see that hey, if Andres can do it, then I can too. So people that know me from back in the day, they knew that I was really quiet, really shy, and I would never imagine myself speaking in front of a stage in front of an audience. And now they look at me and they say, oh, wow, like he's had some success with just his confidence. And people would reach out to get help with confidence. Or I also like to share my clients who give me a testimonial. I love to share testimonials. And then when people see testimonials, they reach out to me and they say, hey, can you help me with this? I remember one time sharing a testimonial about somebody that I helped a book with, helped them write their book. And then somebody reached out and said, hey, can you help me with this? And then I reached out to them. And then before you know it, I signed a client by doing just simply that. Or if I post my own books, or if I post my own opportunities that I've had with speaking and coaching, then people reach out to me and they ask me, hey, how did you do that? And then I set up a consultation and then they become my clients. And then also another thing that I like to do is I like to repurpose my content. Like let's say I like right now, this is what I'm doing. This live stream, I'm going to turn it into content for YouTube. I'm going to turn it into content for LinkedIn. I'm going to turn it into content that I'll break these clips up into little pieces so that I can share on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. And then that way I'm getting more information out there to people in smaller pieces. For example, this video is probably going to be like 10, 12 minutes, but I'm going to chop it up into 1 minute videos where people who don't want to watch a 10-minute video can watch that 1 minute video with that one piece of content. And just remember that every post should have an answer to the question that this client wants answered. So if you're getting them closer to their goals, if you're getting them closer to their health goals, closer to their relationship goals, closer to their money goals, then this will help your client get closer to their goals, and they will also want to work with you because you've already given them so much value. And then the third and final tip is your mindset. Your Are you constantly building up your mindset? Are you working on your mindset? Because your mindset plays such a big role in your success. And I want to share with you 3 tips that have helped me to just keep my mindset strong and not giving up because this is not an easy space to be in. This is not going to be easy. It is a challenge, but you can do it if you keep a strong mindset. One of the things that I like to do personally is my morning routine. So that way, in my mornings, I have clarity of what it is that I want to do the next, like today. But my morning usually starts the day before, and that's 15 minutes before bed. I write out just some tasks that I need to accomplish for the next day, some things that I want to make sure that I close out. And then that way I feel better waking up because I already know exactly what it is that I need to do, what it is exactly that I need to get done, whether it's follow-ups, emails, connecting with people, or completing that book or that presentation. I already know exactly what it is that I need to do. And then sometimes I also journal in the morning. If I'm feeling a little bit down, maybe like there's no motivation, I journal a little bit. I also like to meditate to make sure that my mind is right. Or I also like to visualize the day before it even gets started. And then I also do my routines where there's stretching, working out. Maybe you work, maybe you don't have the opportunity to do all these things, but start with one thing. I'm just giving you ideas, tidbits of what I do, but at least do one, whether it's even 5 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of journaling, at least setting up your calendar that you're going to do one thing or 2 things today. And then another thing that I'd like to do for my mindset is affirmations, that self talk. I like to use affirmations and actually have 3 affirmations here. And if you're interested in these affirmations, I'd be more than happy to send these over to you, send you a picture of it so you can make them your own. But these are my affirmations. I don't even have to read them. I could even just put this away and just tell you exactly what it is that I say. One of the affirmations is I expand in abundance, success, and love every day as I inspire those around me to do the same. And then I say the next one is I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. And then I say, today I intend to create $2,000 or more in an easy and playful way. I'm open and ready to receive this gift of abundance in my life now. So if you want those three affirmations, I'd be more than happy to give those to you, send them over to you. And then another affirmation that I like to use is the clients are coming and the clients are everywhere, because the clients are everywhere. When we say the clients are everywhere, that opens up our mind to think that, hey, they could be at the grocery store. They could be at a book fair. They could be at a presentation that I'm about to give. And that's actually happened to me where I go to a presentation and then there's somebody there that I talk to. And then before you know it, they want to have a consultation and then become my client. Or I go to a networking event, or I go to a family gathering. And then before you know it, you're meeting friends of the family, and then you're connecting with them and then they become your clients. So the clients are coming, the clients are everywhere. That has helped me out a lot to think that, hey, it's okay. This person said no, but there's still another person that's going to come and they're going to say yes. Okay. So making sure that you're keeping that positive mindset. And then one more last tip is reflecting at the end of the day. Write down one win that you had throughout the day, one positive thing, one thing that you can be grateful for, because you will always have a win. Even if it's a tough day, there will always be a win. So I like to just think about one win that I had, and then also one lesson that I learned. So one thing that maybe didn't go so well, and it's I really look at it as a lesson, not as a problem. So I look at it as a lesson, and then what that does is it helps me to think about how can I do things better? How can I learn from my mistakes? And when you do that, you're starting to see what the challenges that you have are, and then how can you make these challenges better? Like, how can you work on these challenges? It helps you to make sure that you're looking at what's not working, but then what can you do differently? And just remember that a strong mindset, it makes that rejection temporary, and then but it makes the confidence permanent. So that rejection is not going to affect you. It's not going to hurt you as much as, if you have a stronger mindset. Okay, so I hope these three habits, these three tips, helped you. And I mean, I didn't want to make it too complicated, but if you maybe do something different, please drop it in the chat. We'd love to hear all about it. And if you implement one of these, I would love to hear how it went. And then you'll see a difference in your confidence, your consistency, and your clients. And then so just let me know, like, which habit are you going to be using today? Drop it in the comment section. And if you would like some help with building like this client getting system, please send me a text at 520-392-9179, or you can send me a DM on Facebook, Andres Ruiz, or a DM on LinkedIn, Andres Ruiz. And if you like videos like this, I share these every week on my YouTube channel, How to Grow Your Coaching Business. If you want to subscribe, hit like and comment. I would really love your support. And that way you can continue to get videos like this, so that way you can continue to grow your business. Have a great day.